Greetings, Pwlc, and today is Wednesday, September 23rd. Here are your headlines, back order updates, a letter from me regarding back orders to post for your clients, invitation-only webinar regarding transfer of center ownership, best meeting ever, third largest week of the year. You'll find out who said that and a little insight on the spring regionals, rankings for year-to-date, the month of August, and so far through September. Still holding those blast voicemail and direct mail certificates. I'll tell you what you're able to do with those very soon. And Lincoln, Nebraska on their way to greatness. We'll find out very soon. Let's first start off with the back orders. We know the water enhancer right now is scheduled for October 8th. We're hoping for an earlier deadline than that, but right now our worst case scenario is October 8th. Chocolate mint bar, October 15th. So I've got a letter for you. And by the way, the chocolate mint bar is related to raw materials. Through one of the suppliers. Letter that you can see on the screen. Oh, I'm never going to get this right. On the screen over here. Please accept my apologies for the most recent back orders of our 24-hour advanced fat-burning thermogenics water enhancer and our chocolate mint bar. The water enhancer is scheduled to arrive in our warehouse on Thursday, October 8th, and our chocolate mint bar is scheduled to arrive October 15th. The water enhancer is in production, will be released with an all-new appetite suppressant, which will make it more effective than ever before. We are confident you will find it not to be even more helpful as you lose your weight by your goal date. Our chocolate mint bar is back ordered due to a shortage of raw materials used by our manufacturer. During the interim, your center has been fully briefed on a revised protocol during the absence of the water enhancer that will provide you with a similar, if not identical, effect for appetite suppression. In lieu of our chocolate mint bar, please take this opportunity to try one of our many other options for supplementation. I wanted to give you that so you have something to post in the center so your clients understand it's not you, it's me, or it's us. Sounds like a breakup of a bad date, right? It's not you, it's me. That way it's taking the onus off of you and putting it on us. And obviously we need to do this and in response to a number of centers. Invitation-only webinar. This will be to review transfer of ownership of centers. This will be invitation only. There's a small, less than a half a dozen that have been targeted. These are folks who primarily are habitual meeting no-shows, no or slow sales data on a continuous basis, failure to submit financials, staff not trained, failure to follow the operating system. You get the idea. We've got some people that we're just going to invite. It's time for them to move on. So if you get one of those invitations, you don't have to sell. We're just inviting you to sell because all the signals are there that it's time for you to move on to a new opportunity. And this is all part of the promise and commitment we made during franchisee school that you all agreed to, that if we saw signals that it was time for you to move on, you'd rather have us tell you in advance than have to tell you when it's too late. So again, it's a very small group, and in many cases it's because of situations going on outside of the center and not directly related to the center. Best meeting ever. Who said that? Oscar Valbuena, our number one franchisee in the network, called yesterday to say it's the best meeting he's ever been to. He had his third highest sales week of the year right after the meeting. And he made an outstanding suggestion that we're going to act on. We're going to do this. We're going to grab some of the top franchisees, and they're not going to get to every meeting, but we're going to grab some of the top franchisees, pay the freight to get them to locations that they normally are not involved in, and have them conduct a portion of the meeting, 2 portions in particular, so that way you can get some insight as to exactly how these centers are driving sales on a regular basis. We also will be including, after Laurel, Emily, and I had a chance to, I don't want to use the word debrief, but debrief ourselves over the meetings. We're going to be, for the regional meetings, including all center staff in the spring regional meetings. So look for a fantastic spring agenda for those meetings coming out fairly soon. Let's take a look at the rankings. Here we are for September so far. Top 25 for September is Janelle Pett and Beckley. And let me just do the center names. Beckley, Beechwood, St. Andrews, Fairfax, Wilkes-Barre, Columbus, Willoughby Hills, Margate, Zanesville, Canton, Plantation, Florence, Estero, Mansfield, Eau Claire, Coral Springs, Davie, Florida, Manassas, Port St. Lucie, Allentown, Strongsville, Parma Heights, Miami, Okeechobee, and number one for September so far is Pensacola, Florida. Great job, gang. For August, Beckley again, Myrtle Beach, Mansfield, St. Andrews, Clarksville, way to go Clarksville, Columbus 538, Wilkes-Barre, Miami 1068, Margate, Columbus 540, Columbia, Allentown, Coral Springs, Zanesville, Davie, Strongsville, Parma Heights, Okeechobee, Florence, Fairfax, Manassas, Charleston, Pensacola, Scranton, and number one for the month of August is Miami. I do want to point out I'm still missing center data from, there's a good 6 or 7 of you that will completely change the way these numbers look for at least 3 positions in the top 25. Year to date, Columbus 538, Gainesville, Eau Claire, Plantation, Columbus, Melbourne, Sea Ranch Lakes, Mansfield, Margate, Allentown, Coral Springs, Columbia Northeast, Zanesville, Charleston, Davie, Onalaska, Florence, Strongsville, Parma Heights, let's see, Manassas, Fairfax, Okeechobee, Pensacola, Scranton, and Miami. Now let's take a look at what's happened so far this year. Our 2 best months of the year so far have been February and June when we compare it against last year. Now February I understand. February, that 3rd week of February is when the average American stops their gives up on their New Year's resolution, and Katie bar the door. That's when we start getting a flood of people. That 2nd, 3rd, 4th week of February. That's when our season really begins. The first season. The second one is in the fall. June, I'd like your feedback. Send me some notes as to why you had such a big June, because that was our 2nd best month over the course of the year. I have a sneaking suspicion because of the June swoon, a lot of you really implemented the center promotions. At least that's the feedback that I got at the meetings that I was in attendance. But I'd like some feedback from you on that. So those are our rankings. Now, still holding those blast voicemail and direct mail certificates you won at the meeting, or for those that won it in a random drawing for those that hadn't had their meeting by the deadline. If you're still holding those, we have an opportunity for you to redeem those during the Thanksgiving promotion. Now, with the blast voicemail, obviously because of the robocall law, we've got to convert that to direct mail. You'll get more information on that, but you need to start thinking Thanksgiving promotion. All right, here's a quick note from Emily Honroth. Your area already got this if you're in Area 1. Lincoln, Nebraska training a success. What a successful 3-day training we had in Lincoln, Nebraska last week. She wants to thank Karen and Brian Shanks for sending their staff to the 3-day basic training class. The whole group had such great enthusiasm and energy. I want to put emphasis on that. Enthusiasm and energy, exactly as we train in training on recruiting top producing people. They have a great team on their hands that will no doubt drive them to success. A great big thanks to the staff, Natalie, Brenda, Lori, Whitney, Mary, and Jill. Way to go in training. So you may be asking yourself, what makes for a great staff? Here's just a list of the few that all the Lincoln staff has in common. High energy, enthusiastic, goal-oriented, sales-driven, and within their goal weight. Let me repeat those. High energy, enthusiastic, goal-oriented, sales-driven, and within their goal weight. Lincoln is now open for business as of September 21st. Their grand opening is scheduled for the 5th, and it'll be followed by their second center in January. They're off to a great start. Congratulations to Team Lincoln. I can't wait for all of you to meet the Team Shank, because they're great people, and they're going to really contribute tremendously to the network as a whole. That's your roundup for today. Have a great day, everybody.